Shawnee. Welcome back. So, in the office today, um, I was planning on doing my makeup earlier, but I had a call from a client in crisis, so I had to take that. So now I am going to do my makeup and get ready for the rest of the day. I pulled out some Lethal Cosmetics shades. Here they are. I just want to do something simple, and this is just one of their magnetic palettes, clods. How are you? Question. Out of if you eat fast food or you used to eat fast food, did you ever eat Jack in the Box? Now, I remember when I was younger in South Central LA, we we used to jokingly call it crap in a box. Sorry for anyone who loves it, did love it, or works there. Um, it just, at least in California, it wasn't good. Like it would just tear your stomach up, okay? Tear it all the way up. What did I just drop? I hope it wasn't important because I don't see it. Shut up. Anyway, so like, also, have you ever worked in like the food service industry? Now, I worked at Boston Market when I was in high school. I worked at Boston Market and I worked at KB Toy Store. Do y'all remember KB Toy Store? Anyway, so at Boston Market, I was hired to be a cashier server. I think I've told this story before. So I just know that I was in the front, rang people up. I like always put the sides together with the main course, whatever. And so one day they were like, "Oh, we need you to cut the chicken." Like the cooked chicken. And I was like, "Oh, I wasn't hired to do that. I was hired to be a cashier server." Like this is the audacity of being young. My family was like, "You can't say that." And I'm like, "But that's what my application said. It said cashier server. It said nothing about cutting chicken." So I was like, "All right, I cut the chicken, sir, manager, child." I told them I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, I told them I didn't know what I was doing. Just because I proved that. Oh, here. No, that's not it. I don't know what to tell him. So like, I like to perform the duties that have been indicated in my contract. Anyway, so I have a little bit of experience in the food service business, but child, let me tell you about Talanya Carter, 41 years old enough to know better. Talanya is in St. Louis, Missouri. Like last week or whenever we were in Missouri for that restaurant Bliss where you had to be 30 to 35 to be able to get in the door, or at least minimum age. And now we're back in St. Louis. I don't know what's happening with St. Louis. So there was a dispute at a Jack in the Box. I can't believe it's at a Jack in the Box. Is that a Jack? Who goes to Jack in the Box? I'm sorry if you go to Jack in the Box. Is that your favorite place? I don't know. Okay. They said she went to the eatery. Let me hurry up. She went to the eatery located in the city's central West End neighborhood. I need to like when I was in grad school, I only really went to St. Louis to go to the mall because like my grad school, my school was kind of equidistant from St. Louis and Kansas City. So we were just like right in the middle. Um, anyway, so I'm like, did I know that area? Did I drive through that area? I don't even know. I can't believe you had to do all of that just to go to the mall. People ask like, how was it being in Missouri? I was like, boring. But I was there to get a PhD. I don't need to party. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Anyway, so Talania, she went to Jack in the Box on Saturday, July 13th, not too long ago. She got her food, she went home, she ate her food, but then she came back on July 16th. So, like 3 days later, right? She came back and she wanted to talk to the manager. And so the manager, another woman, they don't list her name, comes to talk to her. And Talania says that when she came in 3 days ago, they have forgot to give her one of her chicken strips. Now, you heard me. She went there on July 13th and she came back on July 16th. That's a 3 day difference. That's a 3 day difference. Okay. I, oh, look at that. Do you see that? I don't believe I have the goal to do that. So Talania goes up there and she's like, she told the manager that her meal had been missing a chicken strip. I didn't even know that Jack in the Box did chicken strips. I feel like I only know them for tacos. I didn't know they did chicken strips. You know, now you know. So in response, the manager, who is better than me, replaced the missing chicken strip. I guess she might have given her one. I don't know. I don't know if she gave her a whole chicken strip meal. I don't know how many comes with it. I imagine like 3 or 4. Um, but I don't know if she just gave her one chicken strip in the box. I'm not sure. So Talania goes ahead and takes her chicken strip, which I think is very, very nice of the manager. Cause I don't know that I would have done. Talanya, like, it's 3 days later, girl. Did your food just digest or something? Did you just realize that you didn't have, like, did you have it in the fridge? If so, I don't know if that's the best idea to be putting no Jack in the Box chicken strips in the fridge for 3 days later. That doesn't sound like a smart decision. Anyway, so Talanya was still upset. She got her chicken strip, but she didn't get her ranch dipping sauce that she wanted. And so she goes back in the store and she spits in the manager's face. Spitting in somebody's face is like one of the most disrespectful, degrading things I know of. So then she just spit in her face and walked her behind out, right? And so the manager went out like the back door because she wanted to get Talania's license plate, I guess, so she could, report her or something. And Talania saw that the manager was coming out. She ran up on the manager and she like bopped her in the like tackled her in the shoulder. Football moved into her shoulder. It doesn't seem, I don't know if she knocked her down or not. And Talania was like, "You trying to get me in trouble? You trying to get charges put on me?" I imagine that's how she did it because that's how I would do it if I were in that situation. So then Talania goes back to her car and she reverses and reverses right into the manager, running over this woman's ankle, her left one. And then Talania pieced out of there, I'm guessing with her chicken strip, but with no ranch dressing. And they arrested her the next day. And so now she's been charged with second-degree assault and fourth-degree assault. She remains jailed without bond. She's awaiting a detention hearing on July 30th and a following court date on August 20th, all for a Jack in the Box chicken strip. Don't tell nobody that. Listen, I swear I've been hearing more and more since the pandemic. I've been hearing more and more people just getting real buck wild at these fast food places. Like, I've had situations where, I've gotten the wrong order or like something's off. There's a place, I would sometimes go to this Popeye's chicken up over here by my house. I'm not even by my house. Over here by my house, and my order was always wrong. It was like I started like playing a game. It was like, let's see what you get. Because I would order, let's say I order some chicken strips. Who knows what I would get? I might get a full-on meal with some wings and some macaroni and cheese or something. I just never knew what I would get. I would just go when I wanted a surprise. And sometimes I would be like, oh, no, this is the wrong thing. And then sometimes I'd be like, you know what? This looks good. I'll just go ahead and eat it. I mean, it always happens. The worst has been when I've ordered through like one of the delivery things and people stole my food. That has happened on several occasions. But oftentimes the food is fine. Like there's nothing, it's okay. Uh, but I also know that when things aren't okay, I don't get all crazy up in these people's face. You know why? Because they are handling my food. All right. They are handling my food, and I am not trying to catch nothing from nobody or have a little extra seasoning that is not appropriate for human consumption. Well, that just shouldn't be in there. So I want to know, what stories have you heard about crazy folks going off on folks in the food service industry? Because I have seen so many stories, somebody throwing hot water on somebody or hot coffee in the person's face, somebody like snatching folks through the drive-through window, people shooting people, like the workers being shot, um, folks going through the drive-through and playing games and stuff. Like, when did that happen? When did that start? That, like, why? I feel like sometimes in the service industry, people just look down on folks. Like, how you gonna look down on them, but you seriously at McDonald's every morning getting a bacon, egg, and cheese uh sandwich, a biscuit. So you gonna look down on them, but you're literally consuming their product every single day. Okay. Or you're going to look down at the waitress or the wait staff and they're actually bringing you your plate of food. So I don't get it. I always am upset when people are rude to like service workers or anyone in general. And it's not like I don't be upset. Like now the Dunkin' by my house gets it. They have it together. Actually, it's not by my house. It's much further from my house, but it's the only one that I like. But sometimes in the beginning, I would order something and all of a sudden I had like a blueberry muffin. I didn't order that. I ordered a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant with no cheese. I know some of y'all are gonna say something about that, but I don't care, okay? So let me know. What have you heard? What do you think of Miss Talanya? She could have done, I think the um manager's foot or her ankle was like swollen or something, but that woman could have done a lot of damage. Like you just can't be like tackling people and running over their feet. Is it that serious? Like, listen, there's this place out here called Rise Southern Biscuits. Child, okay. They're only open a few hours in the day. So if you don't get in there before 1:30, that's it. You gotta wait till tomorrow. But they have these like it's like chicken breast strips. Like it's the real thing, right? So it's called a chicken box. I think you can get that with a big old nice like southern biscuit. You can have some kind of side and you get a dipping sauce. Now, I'm just gonna say, one day they mixed up my dipping sauce. They gave me the wrong one. Okay. Um, that's okay. Like, it's fine. I'm not going I order from y'all too much to be like coming up there talking about you didn't give me my blue cheese. Like that's fine. Maybe next time I'll be like, oh, can you just make sure it's blue cheese? Because like that one time, it was a different one, which is fine. But like, I really want that dressing. So, like, don't. People should not go to work having having people shouldn't go to work having to worry about whether or not they're going to be like assaulted by somebody in the parking lot. And see, the thing is, the manager she wasn't, it doesn't look like she was trying to fight. It sounds like she was actually really just trying to, please do not squirt at me, just trying to get Talania's, what's that thing called? License plate. That's all she was doing. And then Talania's talking about you try to give me some charges. Girl, now you got the charges, dumb folk. Like you now have two charges of assault and your behind is in jail with no bond. Which also is interesting. Like if you think she's trying to get charges on you, why are you doing more to cause those charges? You done spit in her face. Now you done went ahead and you like assaulted her with your body, and now you've assaulted her with a moving vehicle. I think you're gonna get those charges, boo boo, and I think you deserve them. Anyway, let me finish this up real quick and I'll be right back. So here is the finished look. It's very much a no muss, no fuss look. Sometimes I like to jazz things up with a red lip, sometimes, a lot of times. And the one I have on is from Monet Cosmetics and it's in the shade Kiss Me. So let me know. Let me know what you think about Solania, but also share any crazy stories of you being in the food service or stories that you've heard because I am curious. And please don't be messing with these people. Just go ahead on through the drive-through or go ahead on through the line inside. And if they mess something up, just be nice about it. Don't run nobody over. Don't spit in nobody's face. Don't shoulder check them. Just don't do that. Be nice. I hope that some of this was helpful, and I also hope that you're continuing to take care of yourself. I would love it if you liked the video, and I would love it even more if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.